Hello everybody, this is Tyler from TreetopDesignsCustoms.com, and today we're going to be doing some more navigation. So you want to open up Blender, and in this video we will be talking about the menu on the left. So as you can tell, there's different tabs in this menu. There's Tool, Create, Relationships, Animation, Physics, and Grease Pencil. So first things first, Translate, also known as, you could call it moving. If you press G on your keyboard, you can move your object around. Make sure you have the object selected now. To know if an object is selected, you will see an orange line or a yellow line surrounding or outlining the object. This line will tell you if you have the object selected or if it's like a secondary selected object. Secondary is going to be orange. First, the thing that's actually selected is yellow. If it doesn't have any ring around it or outline, it's not selected at all. Rotate really does what it says. Press that and you can rotate your object around. You could also rotate it by the constraints, or the axis. You could rotate it by the Y. If you press Y, rotate it by the X. Press X and Z. If you press R, that's the button you want to click if you want to rotate it on the keyboard. Scale also does what it means. You can scale it up in size. So if you press S, you can move it up and down. This also works with the axis. You can scale on the Z, Y, or X. I don't use mirror, but the next one would be duplicate, also known as Shift D. Really does what it says. Shift D, you can duplicate your object. Duplicate, linked, means you duplicate it, and the other object will have the same materials. So if you change the materials or the data of the object, the other one will change too. The next would be delete. X on your number pad will just vanish it from Blender. If you have two objects selected, you could join the two into one object by clicking the join button. This is very useful if you have like a whole ton of objects, or like if you're trying to build something. You could press join and we'll join all the objects together. In future videos, I'll explain what set origin is. This is like the origin of your cube or whatever. Your object is selected. Shading, smooth, flat, really does what it says. If you press shading, they'll smooth it out, flat, or go back to the flat. The next tab is create. In this tab, you can really create anything you want. Objects, anything from plane, cube, to a torso, or a monkey. The number pad, the buttons you press would be Shift A, and it will pop up a little menu, and you press what you would like to build. You could also create curves or lamps. The next tab is relationships. In this tab, you could group objects. So if you have a whole ton of cubes everywhere, or really if you have a whole ton of objects and you want to group them all together, you can press new group with the object selected and you can group them all together. You can also link the data and give them the same material. This is helpful when manipulating things with, if you have a large amount of quantity of cubes, you could link all the data to one cube and they'll all look the same. So animation, as I said in my previous video, you can insert keyframes. So on your timeline, you can start from 0, click I or insert keyframe, and you can insert like the location. Then you move your object and move yourself on the timeline, insert a keyframe, move it, insert a keyframe, move it, insert a keyframe. And then when you play the video, you'll see all your keyframes. You could also remove keyframes. So your final product would be the cube moving to all the keyframes in the amount of time. Physics is pretty awesome. So in this tab, you could add physics to your object pretty fast. You could, so let's say if it's plane, you can add passive to it while it's selected, and you have a ball, and you click add selective. If that plane's rotated, you click play, the ball will actually drop and act like it has physics. It will roll around and roll down the hill. You could also calculate the mass, and when you press that button, you could change what it's made out of. So you can make it like out of brick, beans, glass, gold, cork, charcoal. They have tons of things you can do in there. It's a huge list. And it's pretty fun to just play around, drop balls on other balls, and it's really fun. So last is grease pencil. I actually don't use this feature at all, but by me messing around with it, I could, if you press draw, you could actually make a little line, a 3D line. So if you like draw, you can look around it. It's pretty cool. I don't really know what you would use it for. Maybe like demonstrating what you do, or like an animation, and explaining where the objects are supposed to go. But I don't know. You guys can have a blast with it. Leave a comment saying how you can use it. So this has just been the left column, or the left menu. Just explanation in what it is. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Share. Thanks for watching. It's been Tyler for Treetop Designs and Customs.